Hello, my name is Vignesh. This is lecture number 7 in the math lecture series. Today we'll be going over systems of equations. So most of you have probably done systems of equations in your math classes, but just a refresher, there's two main methods, substitution and elimination. So first method, substitution, this is the more simpler method. So I think the best way to do it is to just like give you an example. So in this, so the two questions I thought of here is 5x plus 3y equals 20 and 2y equals 4x plus 6. So first what I would do is I would divide both sides by 2 to get y equals 2x plus 3. The reason I want to do this, I want to get the format I want one of the equations to be is y or like any variable equal to and another expression with the other variable in it. So now that I have that, now that I have y equals 2x plus 3, I can plug in 2x plus 3 into this y over here. So that's how I get 5x plus 3 times 2x plus 3 equals 10. So that's how, and then I just distribute that out to get 5x plus 6x plus 9 equals 20. I solve for x. And then if I do so, I get x equals 1. And if I do so properly, that's just simple algebra. And then you plug this x equals 1 back into, not you can do either equation, but I'm doing it this way. I think this one's simpler. Plug 1 back into there and do the math, and you get something like that. And then if you do it correctly, you get y equals 5. So the answer, if you put in ordered pair format, is going to be 1 comma 5. But they may ask you what's y over x, so that'll be 5. What's 1 over what x over y? That's 1 over 5. What's x? What's y? That kind of thing. But like your x value is 1 and your y value is going to be 5, and you based on that you can answer the question. So be aware of what the question is specifically asking. The next method is elimination. This is the more tough method, but it's usually the one that you're going to be using more often, in my opinion. So in this case, you have two equations that are in the form of ax plus by equals c. So the two examples I used is 4x plus 2y equals 8 and 2x plus 3y equals 12. What you first want to do is you want to multiply either one or both of the equations on both sides by a number in order to be able to cross off a variable. So what I mean by that, so here I notice that 2x is a multiple of 4. So like 2 is a multiple of 4, right? So I'm going to multiply both sides of this equation by 2 in order to get 4x plus 6y equals 24. Now what I can do is I can subtract this by 4x plus 2y equals 8. And by subtracting, I just mean 4x minus 4x, that crosses off. 6y minus 2y equals 4y. And 24 minus 8, that's equal to 16. 4y equals 16. Now I just divide both sides by 4, and I get y equals 4. Now I substitute this y equals 4 back into one of the original equations, like I did for substitution. So I decided to do the first equation, 4x plus 2 times 4 equals 8. Now I just do the math properly. If you do the math properly, you get 4x plus 8 equals 8, which means x equals 0. So your solution is 0, comma 4. And like substitution, they can ask you how to what's the solution in multiple ways. So yeah, so both of these, the examples I gave are like the simple examples, but you may get tougher types of questions. Like they may ask you plug in like x squared plus 4 like, this could be y equals x squared plus 4. So it can get difficult, but I'm just building that foundation. And also you obviously can also have infinite no solution. Infinite is when basically it's the exact same equation. So like if I have two equations like 4x plus 2y equals 10 and 2x plus y equals 5. If I divide this whole equation both sides by 2, I get 2x plus y equals 5, which means that these two equations are exactly the same, which means they have infinite solutions. And also, if the coefficient is the same in the equation, but this constant, like this c value, whatever, is different, that's how you know it's no solution, because that means they're parallel lines. However, since they're parallel, they don't intersect at all. Also, if you ever get a graph, like let's say you have a graph here and you have two lines like that, the system of the solution to the system is where the two lines meet. So it's not always going to be two lines. So sometimes you can have multiple answers. Like if you had like a quadratic and a line, you'd have unless it's you could have two answers, one answer, or no answers. And now let's go over a couple extra practice problems I'm going to show you guys. So first off, we have number 4. If x comma y satisfies the system of equations above, what is the value of x plus y? See, this is where they're asking you in like a different way. So how am I going to solve this? So what I first notice is what I first notice here is let's say I subtract these two equations. What I get is I get x plus y equals 24 minus 15, 9. See, now I don't even need to solve the system of equations because I was able to manipulate to get x plus 9. That's also another skill you need to know, because in this case, it's asking what x plus 9 is. So I don't care what x is, I don't care what y is. I only care what x plus y is. And so this kind of efficiency is what's going to help allow you to get more time on the test, so you can check over questions to make sure you don't make silly mistakes and you don't lose valuable points. So yeah, so here that's how you always, when they give you like to find like an expression like x plus y or x plus 2y, the first thing I do is I look at the equation and see, can I add them to get something? Can I subtract them anyway, or I look to see if there's any way I can get what the desired result, to like simplify it. So I don't, because solving system equations is obviously longer. I could have solved it normally with system equations, but I would have taken much more time. So the answer is C. And like always, these notes are on Google Classroom, and I hope you guys do all these practice problems on your own before like doing all this. I'm just going to go over a couple of them just to give you an example. And if you want the answers, all the answers are over here with like a quick thing. Like, see, they say fastest way is just subtract. So like they give you an explanation here. But if you want a further explanation or you need help on anything, you can always message me or any of the other tutors. So yeah, another one I want to do is number 10. The system of equations above A is a constant. If the solution has one, if the system has one solution, which of the following cannot be a value of A. So basically, I know that I need to put a value of A where this system is either gonna be it's gonna have no solution or it's gonna have infinite solutions. So I think to myself, how do I do this? Well, the first thing I notice is that this 2 is like -6 divided by 2 is -3. So I'm thinking maybe if I can find 3 divided by -3, that would be negative. If A is equal to -1, that would give me negative x plus 2y equals 5, 3x minus 6y equals 20. But if I divide both these sides by 3, I get, like, divide both sides by -3, I get negative x plus 2y equals whatever 20 over -3 is. It's like my brain's thinking right now, but yeah, it's gonna be what's it called? 6.6, 6.66, I believe. Okay, what that's not important. Yeah, but we know 20 over -3 is not the same as -5. So what we can reason from that is that means there'll be no solution, because if you remember going back to the notes, sorry, this is not okay. Remember, because if the coefficients are the same, but this constant's different, then it's not gonna work. But since I was able to make the coefficients exactly the same of both variables, but the constants are still not the same, I know that -1 will make sure that has no solution, which is why -1's the right answer there. And again, you can always check back here, 10A. Okay, another one I want to do is number 15. In the system of equations above, m and n are constants. If the system has infinitely many solutions, what is the value of m over n? Yeah, so we're doing number 15. So here that's what the value of m over n is. So here it says there's infinite many solutions, right? So what does that mean? That means, like I said in the previous notes, it means that like this whole equation and this equation are the exact same. But but it can be like a like two like I don't like both sides can be multiplied by the same number. Like see, in this case, this the, the the constants are different, right? 10 and 5. So what that means is that if I divide this first equation by 2, both sides by 2, which is still the same equation, I get this equation. So what that tells me is that m is going to be 2 times 2, which means m is going to be 4. And n is going to be half of 6 because 6 is on the 10 side, which is going to be 3. So I know it's going to be 4 over 3, m over n. And again, like I keep saying, always check your answers back to here to make sure you got the right answer. Even if you're confident about your answer, always check it. Yeah. Now another one. I'm gonna finish off with number 19. A game of darts rewards points depending on which region is hit. There are 2 regions, A and B, as shown above. James throws 3 darts, hitting region A once and region B twice, for a total of 18 points. Oleg also throws 3 darts, but hits region A twice and region B once, for a total of 21 points. How many points are rewarded for hitting region B once? So you don't know how many points you get per region, right? So the easy way to do this is use a system of equation. So we have James, he throws 3 darts. So that means A plus B equals 3. Actually, no, never mind. My bad. So he has, yeah, so A plus B equals 3, right, for James. But he hits region A once and region B twice. So what that, not A, I meant X plus B. My bad, my bad. Sorry, no. Okay, just ignore what I just said. My bad. Stop. Okay, rewind. So we're at 19, right? So a game of darts hits. So yeah. So what we have is a, region A and region B both give you two different point sets. Okay. So to solve this, we're gonna use we're gonna make our own system of equations using the wood. So he throws 3 darts, hitting region A once and region B twice. So that means he hits A once. So A plus 2B equals 18. I'm saying A is gonna be how many points for A and B is gonna be how many points for B. And the but Oleg also here, but 2A plus B equals 21. So I can already tell that A is going to have more. So here, now we just do, what I would do here is just a simple system of equations. So what I would first, what I'm thinking here is there any way for me to simplify this? No. So I'm thinking, do I do substitution or do I do elimination? Here, I would prefer just doing I would prefer just doing elimination. So I'm going to multiply this by 2. So if I multiply the top by 2, I get 2A plus 4B equals 18 times 2 is 36. So now I subtract this, cross that off. 3B equals 15. B equals 5. The reason I try to cross off A is because if I could have crossed off B too, but if I did that, I have to go back and solve for A afterward. This just saves me a step. So B equals 5. And again, if you always want to check your work on these because you don't have like multiple choice to make sure you have the right answer, you can always just plug this back in. So if B equals 5, that means so 2A equals 21 minus 5, which is 16. So that means A is equal to 8. So now we would see this work out. 8 plus 2 times 5, which is 10. So 8 plus 10 is 18. So that's the right answer. And again, like I keep on saying, you can, if you're not sure about a question, you can go to the very end and you can see that the answer is 5. So yeah, that's basically it for this lecture. Thank you for watching, and again, good luck on your SAT journey, and hope you guys all have a nice day.